A very good morning, dear students. Now, today we are going to discuss about the topic that is dihydric alcohol. In previous lectures, we studied about the monohydric alcohol, how to prepare monohydric alcohol, and we also studied the chemical reactions of that monohydric alcohol. Now we turn towards the dihydric alcohol. Now, what are the dihydric alcohols? Whenever two hydroxyl groups are attached in one compound, then that compound is called as a that type of alcohol, it is called as a dihydric alcohol. But in dihydric alcohol, it is necessary that the hydroxyl group or more than one hydroxyl group should not be present on same carbon atom. Why it is so? Because suppose we are considering one example, that suppose one carbon, it carries two hydroxyl group, then what happened? It becomes very unstable, and immediately to get stability, here it loses water molecule. So water molecule removes here, and what we get is now this compound, and this is a aldehyde. And therefore, whenever two hydroxyl groups are present on the same carbon atom, it never be stable and get towards stability to form aldehyde. Therefore, in dihydric alcohol, the stable dihydric alcohols are the only alcohols which are having two hydroxyl group, but they are present, or they should be present on different carbon atoms. Now, dihydric alcohols, they are also called as glycols. The basic dihydric alcohol is this one, and this is called as a ethylene glycol. Now, depending upon the position of OH group present, the glycols are again classified as alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. Now here, the OH group, they are present on first carbon, second carbon, so it is 1,2 glycol, and whenever 1,2 glycol is there, it is called as a alpha glycol. It may be possible that when OH group is present on 1 and 3 position, suppose first position or first carbon contains OH, this is second carbon, and this is a third carbon. Now here, the OH group, they are present on first and third carbon, so we call it as beta glycol, and so on. So 1,2 dihydric alcohol, it is a alpha glycol. 1,3 dihydric alcohol, it is 1 beta glycol, and 1,4 it becomes a gamma glycol, and so on. Again, this 1,2 glycol may be like this. This is a 1,2 glycol, and specially it is ethylene glycol. Then second type of glycol may be like this. Again, it is 1,2 position or hydroxyl group possess 1,2 position, and here the basic alkyl group is propylene. Therefore, this is called as a propylene glycol. But again, it is alpha. It is alpha glycol because position of OH is 1,2, and so on. We can consider the next one like this: CHOH and CH2OH. Now this is having 4 carbon. 4 carbon containing alkyl group is butyl. So it is a butylene glycol. So this is all about the glycol. In this unit, we are going to study the preparations and chemical reactions of ethylene glycol, means this one, that is alpha glycol. Now we again proceed for the nomenclature. Now for the nomenclature, suppose nomenclature again, it may be common name or it may be IUPAC name. So we are taking one example, that CH2OH, that is the target molecule glycol. So for this, as it is ethylene, we are taking the unsaturated compound for this. So 2 carbon containing unsaturated compound is, this is ethylene, so we write down ethylene and followed by the name glycol. So it becomes ethylene glycol. It is a common name. For second case, we are taking another example. Again, this is a glycol, alpha glycol, because OH, both OH groups, they are present on the 1,2 position. But now this 3 carbon containing group, it is a propylene group. So we call it as a propylene, then we followed the name by glycol. So it becomes a propylene glycol. This is about the common name of glycol. Now, what about the IUPAC name? IUPAC rules are nearly similar. So first, in this case, for first example, now here there are 2 carbon atom containing alkane is ethane. So we are writing ethane here. Now, in this glycol, we remove this E from the alkane and we write down there diol, D-I-O-L. Okay. Now, we are having 2 OH groups, so we write here one position of that OH group, that is in first and second carbon atom. So, 1,2 hyphen ethanediol. So, what is the name of this ethylene glycol? IUPAC name is 1,2 ethanediol. Now, come towards the second example. Now, here the longest chain is of 3 carbon atoms, so the basic alkane is propane. In this propane, we cut or we remove the E and we write down diol, because we are having 2 hydroxyl groups, so we are writing here diol. What is the position of this OH group? Again, it is 1,2 propanediol. So this is about the IUPAC name, and you already know that in case of IUPAC name, if any substitutions are present, then we write down the substitution as 1, 2, 3, 4 as per the carbon atom contains that substituent. Okay, so this is all about the nomenclature. Now the next is how to prepare or preparation of the glycol. Here we are going to prepare ethylene glycol because it is in our syllabus. So first we prepare ethylene glycol from ethylene. Now ethylene is this one, CH2 double bond CH2 is ethylene. We can convert this ethylene to ethylene glycol by 2 methods. So in very first method, we are taking this ethylene, on bubbling in cold dilute alkaline potassium permanganate gives ethylene glycol. So this ethylene glycol undergoes alkaline hydrolysis, near about at 25 to 30 degrees Celsius in presence of alkaline KMnO4. Okay. So what happened? Simple hydroxylation takes place. Here we get a CH2OH, single bond CH2OH. So it is called as a ethylene glycol. So we get ethylene glycol by bubbling this cold dilute alkaline potassium permanganate through ethylene. So this is the first preparation where we use reactant ethylene. Now by using same ethylene by second way, here we react this ethylene with hypochlorous acid. What is hypochlorous acid? HOCl is a hypochlorous acid. Now here addition reaction across the carbon-carbon double bond takes place. So one of the OH get attached here and Cl get attached here. So we get CH2OH, CH2Cl, and the name of this compound is ethylene chlorohydrine. It is called as a ethylene chlorohydrine. This ethylene chlorohydrine again undergoes hydrolysis reaction in presence of sodium bicarbonate. Aqueous, we are using here aqueous sodium bicarbonate, which and so reaction it undergoes hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means this Cl get replaced by OH now. So we get CH2OH. CH2OH means it is nothing but it is a ethylene glycol. So this is about the preparation of ethylene glycol from ethylene. Now the next one is from ethylene bromide. So how to write ethylene bromide? We can also say ethylene dibromide. So ethylene bromide, when refluxed with aqueous solution of sodium carbonate NO2CO3 plus, in it is aqueous solution, we are using H2O. So what happen? Hydrolysis takes place. So what we get? CH2OH. CH2OH means ethylene glycol plus twice NABR get released here, removed here, and also CO2 is released. So this is about the preparation of ethylene glycol from ethylene bromide. The next one is from ethylene oxide. Now you know that ethylene oxide is this. So generally or industrially, glycol is prepared from ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide on bubbling with dilute HCl. So whenever dilute HCl is there, hydrolysis reaction takes place. Hydrolysis at this position takes place. One hydrolysis 1H OH. So what we get? We get CH2OH. CH2OH means it is nothing but ethylene glycol. So by simply hydrolysis using dilute HCl, we get ethylene glycol as a product. And the last method of preparation is from ethylene amine. Now this is a ethylene amine, CH2, NH2. This ethylene diamine on reduction with nitrous acid. Now we are saying nitrous acid. So nitrous acid is HNO2. HNO3 is a nitric acid. Here we are using nitrous acid. So we are taking 2 molecules of this nitrous acid, and what we get? We get again the ethylene glycol plus here twice of water molecule removed and twice of N2, means this nitrogen gas is also evolved here. So this is all about the preparations of ethylene glycol.